A little bit different of a recording time today, given last night I'd fallen asleep pretty early around 7 and I didn't get to record what I planned on working on that night. So I woke up around 2 a.m., been doing some work since, and I will show you guys what we added, which is going to be the full minting page onto our project website. So this is going to be a fast video, given I do have some stuff that I got to run out to do, but nonetheless, I'll go ahead and share the screen. So per usual, I did use ChatGPT as my assistant for integrating in the minting site feature onto our project website. So essentially, just to go through things quickly, it had us first edit some stuff with the minting site itself. So we had gone over to our code editor, and in our minting page, we had a little bit different of a code here. It was originally a lot more simple. We had copy and pasted the original code that we had made for the first minting site that we had set up. And after pasting that code in here, when we had saved it, we had gotten some errors on our terminal. Essentially, what happened was we didn't have the contract ABI integrated into the code editor, and we didn't have ethers.js installed. So essentially what we had done is we had installed ethers.js onto the terminal. Just for those who may be looking to follow along with the video, the command for that is down here. And make sure if you're doing this, that you're doing this under the project template directory or whatever folder you have named for your project. Nonetheless, though, we installed ethers.js, and then from there, we were able to integrate in the contract ABI. So we went over here, created a new file, and then we pretty much just copy and pasted our ABI from Remix. Now, when I gone to grab the ABI from Remix, we had previously deployed the contract a few days ago, but my Remix had reset, and so I didn't see the contract there for me to interact with. So just so you guys can see how to be able to pull up a contract that's already deployed, essentially what you'll do is you'll go under Remix, you'll grab the contract code that you're looking to work with, obviously the one that's already been deployed. You'll go over to the Solidity compiler, and then you'll just press compile just like normal. Now the difference is going to be when you go to deploy the contract. So on the deploy and run transactions, you'll click on the injected provider, MetaMask, since we had done this for a test net, and then we see our wallet up here. And instead of going to deploy, putting in the inputs like we did normally, we actually had just gone and grabbed the contract address from the Sequoia hash. So that was essentially down here, and we just click copy, grab the contract, paste that into Remix, and then we were able to click that address, and it provided us the contract for us to interact with. So after doing all that, again, the main thing we needed to grab was the ABI. We had gone back over to the terminal, pasted that into our JSON file, and then everything was running smooth from what I remember. So after we had added the files that we needed, we had gone to run the application, and then we had gotten the site up and loaded. Now, this did look a little bit different. We also integrated some additional features with the app.css at the bottom, just to make the minting page look a little bit better. We followed the directions, and we were able to get the mint page up. So essentially, I've already gone through to test it, but you just connect the wallet like usual, and then you'll press mint NFT. The next thing I do need to add is going to be specific messages, so it's not just a generic error message for anybody, because when I'd originally gone to mint, it was a really simple fix, but on my MetaMask provider, I had the Ethereum mainnet selected, and so when I had gone to press, the mint button, if you go into inspect, it didn't even read the price of the mint price. Now, obviously, this was for when we first clicked it and it was already connected to Sequoia, but we'd only gotten this message, and we pretty much just entered this into ChatGPT, and it let us know that we needed to switch our connection over to the Sequoia net. But after doing that, we were able to mint, and this error just is up here because we had minted the total supply. So simple fix. I know it's not a lot. Obviously, it's just connecting the mint features to the site, but we will be working on making this look a little bit better. I had used ChatGPT's recommendations as far as doing some improvements. Like, it had given me the code to add like a header and have these have like a little bubble around them when you hover over them, but it didn't really look all that great. It was kind of monotone. And then I had actually ended up messing some of this stuff up when I'd gone to undo the code. I don't know exactly what I did, but essentially I like more or less broke the website itself. Like, it wasn't compiling correctly, and I pretty much just had to rebuild it from scratch, which, given we're going to be doing this on a consistent basis when we're having clients, it's not a problem, but I do need to get better at just troubleshooting, which is a gradual process. As you do something more and more, you naturally are going to get better and notice shortcuts and the proper way to do things rather than just, again, starting from scratch and rebuilding. So this is what we got for today, just integrating in our mint site, and everything works successfully. We are able to mint from here. So now it comes down to obviously tailoring some of these error messages so it's more specific to the issue at hand for the user, and then making this look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for for projects that we're going to build in the future. So that'll be that. So now that we have the basic website and the mint features integrated into our template, the next thing, like I mentioned, is just going to be working on aesthetics as well as ironing out the error messages to make sure that anybody who's interacting with the site knows what they need to fix to be able to properly work with features like the mint button. So simple edits and a short video for now, but I will be back on later, and I'll see you guys on next video. Peace.